Of us, if not all of us, use the CTA. Many are concerned about safety while riding trains and buses. I bet every single one of you have experienced a sketchy situation while using the CTA's transportation. I know I have, and I am very concerned about the overall safety of riding the CTA. I will share with you the improvements and plans to make the CTA travel a safer, more enjoyable experience. In the past year, there have been a lot of talks about CTA customers of all ages being targets. Sally Katona King suffered head injuries when she fell down a dozen steps at the Fullerton station. The robber stole an iPhone from another commuter and shoved Katona King and other passengers out of the way as they fled. Katona King died the next day in the hospital. This shows us that we must be cautious and aware of our surroundings at all times. Even if you are not a direct victim, you can still get hurt. And closer to home news, last year a Loyola student fell asleep on the CTA Red Line tracks after drinking heavily on his 21st birthday. After the train conductor found the passed out student on the tracks, he cut the electricity off so he was able to remove the student safely from the tracks. It is important to be aware of your surroundings at all times while using the transportation system. Everyone should not only be aware of what they are doing, but also what others around them are doing. CTA has a slogan, if you see something, say something. I think if you are not in harm's way, you see something, you should do something. Many people are afraid to get involved. If we all join together, we can make it a safer experience for us all. In addition, riders must always be aware of thieves. In recent months, many cases have been reported, which commuters have had their iPhones or other electronic devices stolen from them. Riders must always be cautious of how they are making their valuables visible to other riders. CTA has given some tips on how to keep your possessions safe. Don't pat your pockets. This lets thieves know exactly where the goods are. Always keep your wallet in a safe place. Guys, keep your wallet in your front pocket. Girls, keep your purses across your body with your hands on your purse at all times. CTA is no place to flaunt your valuables. Keep them tucked away. Have a separate holder for your fare card so taking your wallet out is not necessary. Don't sleep. You snooze, you lose. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. So I've talked about the dangers of riding on the CTA and what you yourself can do to make it a safer place. In conclusion, this is how the CTA is going to make your commute safer. They will double the amount of cameras in stations, new CTA 500 series rail cars with on-train surveillance, increased police presence at stations and on trains, dogs used for sniffing out drugs and explosives. And don't forget, if you see something, don't just say something, do something. Here are some additional steps the CTA are taking to make your travel safer.
There are several safety features not on the prototype cars that will be included in the final order,
including the ability for the rail car operator to view the interior of each rail car and speak to the people in that rail car via active passenger intercom. The Chicago Police Department will have remote video surveillance access, and CTA's control center will be able to make emergency audio announcements and send emergency text messages to the LED signs inside the trains.
Today we're announcing plans to double the number of security cameras on our rail system, saturating them so that every angle, every location is covered, providing increased security for passengers and more assistance to police.
Not as obvious to the customers, but equally as important, are the efficiency features of the new rail cars. The older cars use DC or direct current to drive trains.